Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D about to react to this impressive vid. It's titled 50 Cent Drags Diddy, Kanye, and Bianca for freaking off with Jane Doe. And Young Miami had Jane Doe pressed. So I've been keeping up with this case, okay? This case is crazy. There are so many details coming out that are wild, details we didn't know beforehand. So I've been tuned in, all right? I've been locked in to what's going on. 50 Cent might get in trouble because they're trying to keep this woman's identity a secret, but he is exposing. I mean, people already speculated who Jane Doe is, but he has basically verified it, which is wild. I'm not gonna say who it is because I'm not trying to get sued in the courts. They saying they looking at YouTubers videos, they in these social media streets trying to find people who are violating this, because this is illegal, I'm pretty sure, to disclose this information when you're not supposed to. So I'm keeping my mouth shut, but I know who it is. And you could probably guess too. Anyway, let's see what was going on though. Let's watch. Impressive better not say it. They gonna sue you, girl.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive channel. Kanye West showed up to P. Diddy's trial to support him. He was dressed in all white like he was going to one of Diddy's white parties. And he was front and center trying to support his friend. I kind of knew that Kanye was going to be somehow involved in this trial.
He do the same stuff that Diddy be doing.
Since he was supporting Diddy so hard. Because he and Diddy are of the same ilk.
Hello.
Now, Kanye might not be doing as much crazy stuff as Diddy was.
I think he doing worse. What we talking about? This man is disturbed. Diddy is definitely disturbed as well, but Kanye, come on. I think he doing worse.
But he basically is into the freak-offs with his wife Bianca the same way Diddy was into the freak-offs with all of his
freaky
girls.
ritual.
So they are very similar. And not to mention, it's being alleged that Diddy's Jane Doe victim also was at a freak-off with Kanye West and his wife Bianca. Now, Jane Doe is another victim who the prosecutors brought to the stand, and she was testifying for several days, and the prosecutors were trying to use her testimony to, I guess, show that Diddy was forcing her into the freak-off lifestyle.
It wasn't giving that
through financial and psychological coercion. Now, I felt like the financial coercion argument was very, very weak to me because they were trying to make it seem like she had to do these freak-offs because Diddy was controlling her livelihood. But Diddy wasn't forcing her to do it. He actually gave her an option if she wanted to stay or not.
Multiple times. Listen, like I said, I've been locked to this case, okay? I've been seeing the text messages between the two, and she was setting up some of the freak off. So, no. Cassie's situation, I feel like, was way different. She clearly didn't want to do it. You could tell the tone in her text messages and her being like, I just want to hang out with you. I don't want to do that. She would say she didn't want to do it. Jane Doe was with the shits, all right, based on they interactions. And then she attended another freak off, which they alleging it was Kanye's freak off, without Diddy even there. So she was doing side freak offs. She had a little side freak off mission. So it's like, girl, bye. You just trying to come up off this, bye.
But she wanted to stay. She wanted to do the freak offs because she wanted the lifestyle. She wanted him to pay her rent.
The money.
And she was with him all the way up to...
And he was only giving her 10 bands a month. That is embarrassing. For you to get freaked out that bad and getting all these, penises ran through you for $10,000 a month. That's all you got? Girl, from Diddy of all people? Girl, that ain't nothing. To go through all of that. Obviously, that's a decent amount of money. But not to endure what she was enduring. She was taking 5 at a time, okay? She was going through. She was putting in manual labor. Girl, bye.
Diddy went to jail, and Diddy is still paying her
at least
rent,
got 20.
And he also is paying some of her legal fees too. So
even that ain't worth it.
The whole argument about Diddy using financial coercion to make her do freak offs was a pretty bad argument to me. And she didn't have to rely on these freak offs to get money either. She was making money outside of that. She was getting child support checks from her baby daddy, who a lot of people believe is 50 Cent, because she dropped the
girl
saying that her baby daddy and Diddy did not get along. And we all know that 50 and Diddy can't stand each other. Also, she said that she was making money off of OnlyFans. She made up to $50,000 a month. So she wasn't dependent on Diddy's freak off checks. So it's not something she felt like she had to do.
That's what makes me really feel like that she did this because she wanted to. The 10,000, it's like, okay, cool, I'll take it. Like, I'll add it to the money I'm already getting. But it's not. I'm taking this so I can do the freak off shit. I want to do the freak off shit, but yeah, you're just giving me this on top of it. Because of course, people listening to her story is just like, oh my god, I wouldn't even do that for 10,000. Like that's a lot. But she's like, yes, I like this, so I'm getting 10,000 for doing some shit that I like to do. Like, cool, I'm okay with this. So that's why I think she was okay with such a low amount. Because it's like, yeah, I like all these dicks. I want to do this. If you keep up with the case and you saw the text exchanges back and forth, then you know what I'm talking about. This is not a victim blaming situation. She just did not appear like a victim whatsoever based on what she was doing and saying. She fucking hitting up the people. She was setting them up. Like, he wouldn't even ask. With Cassie, he would tell her to set some shit up. Like, oh, call this person and do that. So whenever she would set shit up, it's like, okay, he's telling you to do it and you feel like, all right, I have to. She was just doing it. Just like surprising him with shit. He like, oh, I'm excited to see what surprise you got for me and what entertainment you have set up. That was one of the texts that he sent her. So because she was already like initiating the shit and like, girl, bye. Anyway.
She wanted to do it, and based on the 50 Cent subliminal responses on social media, I could tell that he's feeling away. He's feeling away about what this Jane Doe admitted to doing with Diddy. He had her doing a whole bunch of drug-filled freak off sessions. They would call it hotel nights or debaucheries, but Diddy had her doing some nasty stuff, just how he did Cassie. One time on her birthday, he had 3 different men come in and just run through her. And after the men would ejaculate on her, he would play with the finishings. Diddy is nasty. He is nasty.
Why are y'all calling it finishings? Because our mom said that too.
Jane Doe was down with the freaky stuff. She really was, up until she saw how Diddy was treating Young Miami. It seemed like Diddy was treating Young Miami much better than he was treating this Jane Doe. Jane Doe spent her birthday in a hotel room doing all this freaky stuff with different men, and Diddy left her and went to splurge money on Young Miami, and he took her on vacation for her birthday. And Jane Doe was furious, and she got so jealous that she tried to lure Diddy away from Young Miami by promising him more hotel nights. But he was treating Young Miami better. He was taking her out on vacations on his private jet. He would buy her much more expensive gifts than he bought Jane Doe. He bought her Shanell. He bought her a Maybach. He took her to the Met Gala. I mean, he was spending more on Young Miami in one shopping trip than he would spend on Jane Doe.
I can only imagine how many Young Miami was taking. For him to do all this for her, she was getting slutted and mudded out. I believe it. And I feel like she was very cooperative because even though Jane Doe was with the shits, she was like giving him a lot about their relationship, and she was very jealous. So I think that just annoyed him, just like, oh my god. But Young Miami is just like, yeah, she knows she was a prostitute, and it's like, all right, this is a business transaction. Yeah, I'm gonna do the freaky shit, and you pay me. So I don't care what you got going on when we not together. I could care less, or I couldn't care less. But Jane Doe was just like, love me, be with me, and then we freak off too. And he's just like, girl, I'm not trying to be in a relationship with you. So I think that's why he gave more to Young Miami, because it's like, yeah, she's with the program and she know her place as my personal prostitute.
Like, Jane Doe was doing a whole lot and getting nothing in return, at least nothing compared to Young Miami. And she felt like Young Miami was getting the fruits of her labor. Now, this doesn't mean that Young Miami wasn't doing freaky stuff too, because I believe she was getting golden showers like the rest of them. She was doing all the freak offs too.
He was paying her off, all that.
She seemed to be getting more perks because she was actually making Diddy money. Allegedly. She had a successful show called Carisha Please on Diddy's network, Revolt TV. And Diddy was able to make use of her celebrity too. So I think Diddy viewed Young Miami a bit differently than he viewed this Jane Doe. Mm-hmm. He kind of looked at the Jane Doe as nothing more than his personal hoe, But the Jane Doe was very, very jealous of Young Miami. And it probably stung a little more that it was a black girl getting this special treatment over her, because women like the Jane Doe, who I think is of a different ethnicity, is used to getting preferential treatment. So for her to see Young Miami getting all of this attention probably pissed her off, the same way that it pissed off Diddy's other girl, Gina. But yeah, I kind of felt like Jane Doe's testimony was kind of a waste of time. Now, there were some things that she said that obviously incriminated Diddy. She talked about a time where he physically attacked her, and also she alleged that
she
Diddy tried to blackmail her with a video and threatened to send it to her baby daddy. So that right there can definitely be seen as coercion, but I don't think she was financially coerced to do freak offs. In fact, it was said that she attended another freak off party that had nothing to do with Diddy. When she and Diddy were on a break, she was with this other rapper named Bear, who some people suspect is Rick Ross. But she and Bear attended this freak off party hosted by another iconic rapper and his wife. And people believe that it was actually Kanye West and his wife Bianca who were hosting this party.
She was on a trip with a different rapper named Bear, and they were in Vegas, and she goes to dinner with this rapper for his wife's birthday, and then afterwards they go to a hotel, and there's an escort that she recognizes there named Anton, and she's like, oh my god, like, why are you here? Like, I recognize you, because she obviously did freak offs. So this other celebrity had hired this escort Anton to have sex with a woman. So they go to this hotel room, and there's 7 to 8 people, she said, just staring, watching. So there's this escort banging this woman, and there's 7 to 8 people watching. And at one point, she even took her top off, she said, because she was in the moment. And the famous rapper went up to her and said, I think you're very beautiful. I always wanted to F you. Now, not many rappers have wives with birthdays in January. Ooh. So you guys can do the math, and you guys can figure out who it is.
Kanye West's wife, Bianca Sensory's birthday is in January, and last year she was in Vegas on her birthday. Ooh. So, I don't know, the 2 and 2 do kind of line up, and it really explains why Kanye West showed up to support Diddy in court, because he and Diddy are very much alike. They are into the same things, and I wouldn't be surprised if a case was being built on Kanye. Probably. His wife Bianca might seem like she's down with the shenanigans, but I have a feeling that she's gonna flip on him when the time comes. So Kanye better be careful. But Kanye is showing his allegiance to Diddy, partly because he wants attention, and also he knows that if Diddy goes down, he doesn't want to be exposed either. Also, I think he knows the Jane Doe in this case, and he probably showed up to throw her off. This wasn't the first time he showed up either. He tried to go the first day, but he got blocked from entry. He was able to show up the following day, but he didn't stay for long. And 50 Cent actually made a post about it. He posted and deleted this message saying this. That's why he was supporting Diddy. He was out in Vegas with that little dirt bag. LOL. We are wearing white in honor of the freak offs. Dang, Ye, you should have brought your dirty little wife with that Grammys outfit.
50 he doing too much.
50 Cent also posted and deleted this live video from Rick Ross's baby mama, Tia Kemp. And she was calling out all of Diddy's associates who hasn't shown up and supported him yet.
So Kanye gonna be the only one that show up at the courthouse in support of his buddy. Since nobody don't want to say it, I say it.
Wait, what he said? I was trying to just so I could walk around and pee all over it since he wants to pee in Cassie mom. Pee on Young Miami and Jane Doe. He think that hoe a urinal. You know what?
All right, Callie, get your big fat ass down there to the courthouse. Okay. Ross, get your big wide ass down there to the courthouse. French Montana, get your yellow ass down there to the courthouse too. Kevin Hart, get your short ass, funny ass down there to the motherfucking courthouse too. Meek Mills, get your Philly ass down there to the courthouse too. And all of just he was fucking Young Miami, I love you. But get your ass down there to the motherfucking courthouse too, city girl. Who else? Saucy Santana. That's your dog too. Go down there to the motherfucking courthouse now. He needs support, y'all. Who else? Joey Chavez. That's her name. Future baby mama and Bow Wow baby mama. Take your ass down there too, girl. Jennifer Lopez. Get your ass down there too.
She don't want to support him.
Gina. What You at it hiding. Get your dick sucking down there motherfucker too. You stirred up a lot of shit. Who the fuck else? Most of you motherfucking rappers that was on this dick. Y'all niggas was on this. Get y'all motherfucking ass down there to the motherfucking courthouse too.
50 said in his caption,
Oh
Tia said, get your tail to the courthouse. I just chartered his jet so I could walk around and pee all over it. Since he want to pee in Cassie's mouth, pee on Young Miami and Jane Doe. He think that hoe a urinal? LOL. Even though it seems like 50 is trolling, I think he's highly upset about this whole thing. If it's true that the Jane Doe is his baby mama, it explains the vitriol he has for Diddy. It explains why he's going in on Kanye now too, because this is the mother of his child. This is somebody that he seemed to be in love with at one point. So the fact that she was out here doing what she was doing allegedly is probably making him feel sick. I think he's hurt by it. I think he's embarrassed.
I got no parts of this. The court.
Shaniqua Tompkins is getting her
Shaniqua. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm Stevie Wonder to the bullshit. I don't know what's going on. I'm just here to react to videos. That's what I do. Well, I'm not confirming or denying anything. I'm not in the goddamn court. I don't know who Jane Doe is. I'm just reacting to a video.
Man, she said, I ain't never sell no cat. I'm from Queens, not the Philippines. So 50 is getting clowned. He's getting clowned over his baby mama being involved with Diddy. Even though we don't know who the Jane Doe is, a lot of people keep bringing up his baby mama. And yeah, he's honestly embarrassed by it. And he's going to continue to keep his foot on Diddy's neck because this whole situation is personal for him. Anyway.
Interesante. This case is heating up. Things are coming out. I definitely want to see if Gina ends up going to court. She needs to bring her ass to court. Even if she's going to be in support of Diddy, I just want to hear what she got to say on the stand. She needs to get on the stand. Young Miami, of course, she and hide, and she don't want to be involved in this at all, but I hope they force her into court because there were several people who testified. They just like, look, I didn't want to be here. They making me be here. So hopefully they drag Young Miami into court. I want to hear the messy, nasty details. I need to know what these people are doing because I'm nosy. Anyway, interesting. Y'all let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.